Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Della. I hope you are all doing great. I am okay as far as you seeing me in front of your screens is concerned, and we thank none other than the Almighty. So for today's video, I am going to be telling you a little story about how my first clinical visit went. It wasn't that boring, it wasn't that interesting, it was just new for me, or I have never done it before. So transitioning from the previous story where I told you about how I got to know I was pregnant, confusing it with the COVID-19 vaccine side effects. If you haven't watched it, you can just pause, go back, watch it, and we can continue with the story. So for this story time about my first clinic visit, before that I had to tell those close and dear to me that I was pregnant, of course, because we all need help. You can't do all things by yourself. I mean, you're not God. But so I told my family, no friends really, because it was this moment where I was, how can I explain it? I was beginning to understand how all this worked in terms of how my body feels and how I have to deal with it, inclusive of how my work is going to be affected, and the fact that I had plans before I knew that I was pregnant. So I told my family, and we planned out with my aunt to have the first clinic visit. So my first clinic visit, I had the pleasure to go with my aunt, of course, and I really appreciate the support that she has given me all through as far as my pregnancy and my life in general is concerned. So thank you. So according to the hospital that I am currently undergoing my clinic appointments, it is loaded. It is a public hospital, so it has so many people. So in short, I'm trying to say you have to be there early so that you can be served early. So we had to wake up so early. I mean, my early is not your early, but at the end of the day, I am a person who appreciates a good hour's nap, an 8-hour plus sleep. So we woke up so early for me.
The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night. He who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night. I'm gonna ask you one question, I'm gonna go. How many of you in here know somebody who loves to sleep? Who knows somebody that loves to sleep? Let me ask you something. Ain't they po?
We made our way into the hospitals. Of course, we were a little bit familiar with the place, so we went. And as early as I am emphasizing it for the 50th time, there were already people waiting in line. So you can imagine at what time they did wake up, considering how you have to travel all the way to the hospital, to this particular hospital. So we found a lot of, not really a lot of people. I was like the 11th, 15th person online. And don't let all this fool you. I might look younger than my original age, but trust me, I looked underage for a person who has to be there it seemed weird. At the end of the day, I know I am grown. With that said, there were a lot of women who were older than me, mothers. By me saying mothers is women who have already given birth the first time, the second time, whichever. So I was just seated there confused. Not really confused, digesting all this that is new, all this that I can't escape because I have to do it. It is a have, not you can do away with. So we were just seated there. Mark you, all this time, the clinic hasn't opened yet, but people were flooded. So time came for them to open the clinic. We were given these numbers so that we cannot cause commotions. No, if you have been to public schools and you can relate how you struggle during break to get anything in the canteen, is how, or really, you can struggle to get your way past people, especially in public areas. So they had this policy of giving out numbers according to how early you came. That's why I'm saying I was more or less number 15, 14, 11, I don't know. But long story short, my aunt decided to let me be a grown-up and do it by myself. So I went in. We were talked to. Of course, there were the women who were coming for their monthly checkup, and there were those who were new like me. So the person in charge of allocating, or rather directing, or where people should go, so he came and he asked who were new, and we were told to sit somewhere so that we can be administered as new clinic. I don't know how to call it, but in short, a file had to be written so that you can be a member of the hospital's clinic and everything medical wise per se. But so I was in there with this doctor, and then we had a chat, which I won't really dig deep into because that's TMI. But later, I got to be registered, and by being registered meant having a file of my own, being created a file and given this particular card that showed that you had an appointment. So after being registered, we went to get tested. I don't know why I'm laughing, but we went to get tested, which included so many things that I can't recall because they are hectic to recall. But it mostly included pressure. It then included the urine tests, your blood type, so many medical things that I do not want to force myself to do to remember. But we had all these tests, and even the HIV one. And long story short, it was a smooth sail per se. I haven't really gotten to know stories of people's first visit to the clinic, so I can't really tell if mine is special or not. But that is what I can recall as far as the first day. I went for the clinic's appointment, and the journey started, and it's in progress. Nothing else was really interesting other than the fact that people were just staring at you, thinking you're too young to be there. And I don't know, it's weird for people to just stare at you like you have done something wrong. I mean, they're not judging, and I don't know what they're thinking, but you just have that stare like. But anyway, everyone has the freedom to think what they want to think. I do not regulate their thoughts, so it is what it is. And that's a mini story of my first clinic appointment. Other than that, I wish you all the best. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so by clicking the red subscribe button. Until the next video, bye.